So this game could be the game, or it could not. But I'm currently at 2999 rating, and yeah, I guess this could be the game that we hit 3K, or it could be the game where we reconvene in another month. It's versing Quinn. I was thinking it might be good to verse Cryo or whoever, but as it turns out, I think Cryo was AFK. So I thought, you know what, I've lost to Quinn, recently, somewhat recently too. So yeah, I guess we'll see how this game goes. So Quinn starts off the game. She summons the swarm here. It doesn't seem like she has bridge for whatever reason. And I think I'm running a bit of a weird book, as you can probably tell. I'm running 4 Arcane, which I actually don't think is that bad, especially with whatever I'm running right now. So it's a bit scary. That's okay. I think what I will do is we'll just play safe. We'll send our Arcane arrows. So the reason why, full Arcane is actually surprisingly strong. And what I would say about its weaknesses is that it can't heal, right? It can't heal. And in this book, I'm trying for sort of the first time, I'm running Drain, Monarchs, and Trolls. So there's a lot of aspects, there's a lot of things for me to drain, and the other aspect is that full Arcane gets extra minion slots, so I actually end up with 7 out of 4 minions, if need be, which is also a really good thing. And I also know Quinn tends to run Imps, so this book comes obviously with Imp Destruction, so this Wrath book most likely has Imps as a win con. So if that's the case, I can just run Imp Destruction here. So what I want to do, I'm just thinking, I want to summon trolls here, right? It's just I want to be in a position where I can summon trolls safely, and because I'm going to get whipped off if I summon them like this. And I could blast from the past into the tree. It's not bad. Let me think. Let's just play a bit slow, because it doesn't, for whatever reason, she didn't go up this tree first turn, so I assume she doesn't have Vine Bridge. She obviously doesn't know I have Imp Destruction at this point, so it's a pretty good position for me. I've got people talking in the chat here, in lobby, so anyway, so she's got Wrath, so I assume if she doesn't have Vine Bridge, I assume what she's got would be, I actually don't know what she has. Sanctuary, Entangle, Thornball. Maybe she just didn't want to use Vine Bridge. That could be a thing. Because it seems like she has Vine Whip, so for whatever reason she decides to hold on to Vine Bridge first turn, which I think is a slight surprise. I think it's somewhat worth. I think it's worth using your Vine Bridge to get the sync first turn, as long as you can get back. If you can come back the other way, I think it's worth it. So, she trees me here, which is fine. I'm gonna kill one of the imps, and hopefully, really hopefully, be able to get back up. if I can't, then it's a little awkward. I don't love versing Imps, right? Let's be honest. I don't love versing Imps, but what I could also do this turn is so I put this troll here so that she can't get the vertical jump without having to burn like a blast from the past or whatever. And we now summon our second set of minions. So usually you don't want these, right? You don't want to do this because usually these are 4 minion slots that are really bad. However, with full Arcane, you can go up to 7 minion slots. And it actually puts you in a fairly good position. So she burns her first Vine Bridge here, so she either has Tangle or Thornball. I know Quinn runs Thornball, and I actually think it's a really good option. I was thinking about this the other day. Thornball tends to be surprisingly effective in what it does. So anyway, she might, let's see what, I think she's going to start charging the Imps here, which is of practically no threat to me. And I mean, I thought about how to deal with Wrath as well, right? I think Imps actually deal with Wrath fairly well, because they do. Like, you can end up. It's hard to talk and play at the same time, but with Wrath, it cuts off a certain section of the map, but you can just dig through with arcane arrows or something similar, and it puts you in a fairly, what I would say, a fairly good position as well. So anyway, let's see how we do this. I think I want her to charge up one more turn, right? So I'm going to block this off and summon an Arcane Egg. How many turns? We're 4 turns in. Yeah, I'm going to summon an egg here, just to make everything look fairly normal. Because what she might do is she might spend another turn charging up her Imp, which is actually perfect for me. I mean, it goes to 90 HP. I've got Imp Destruction as well, so I'm not really fussed about this at all. The one thing that I do need to do is to familiar up, so I can go over this 4 minion cap. But as soon as I do that, it makes it like she'll know my entire book roughly, and that makes a huge difference, right? And so Revealer, I need to drain and heal up, and this tree would do a good job of that too. I mean, to be honest, like if I wasn't playing this exact book, her book would actually be really scary, just because Wrath comes out in a turn or two, and there's no way for me to get to it. But yeah. Summons a Pegasus here. Okay. Interesting. So I guess it's just a matter of, I need to drain this thing. So summon out the little devil here. And we'll keep this Pegasus trapped, essentially. Yeah, and we get all this stuff together, and then we go for a relatively juicy drain. There we go. Now we heal back up. We have 5 out of 7 minions. 2 of her imps are practically useless at this point. The only thing we need to be a little bit careful of is Dark Knight, given that this book doesn't really have an answer for Dark Knight, but it's turn 6, so I think Dark Knight can come out this turn, if I'm not mistaken. but I don't even know if she runs Dark Knight in the first place. So, you know, we've got enough control over the entire board to be able to account for things like that. And I think at this point, you know, I've revealed our full Arcane, which is a bit of a shame, but it's not the worst thing in the world. Okay, good. So I'm surprised she's still charging her imps. Like, what is charging imps gonna do? Or maybe she hasn't seen that I've maybe she doesn't see that in full Arcane. I'm not 100% sure. Let's move this here. Put the imp here. And I want to move these apart so they don't get swarmed. So let's go with the Imp Destruction here. Yep, nice. So now we're at a fairly good spot. I'm 4 minions ahead. She's got nothing. I've got Imp Destruction to pretty much, you know, counter anything she does. And I've also got, yeah, there's very little that she can actually do in my mind, at least. And the best part is Wrathi is not really a threat, because I can always dig underground and I can play it slow. I mean, it's slightly annoying because if she sets up imps, I'll have to, you know, I'll have to play around it, but okay, that's fine. I mean, this looks like my imps or monarchs or whatever are going to die. Sorry, my trolls and monarchs are going to die, so let's burn the flooders here as well. Yep, let's put this troll here, and then we can summon out, you know, additional minions as well. Now we're 6 out of 7, so this is pretty powerful. We've got Little Devil, which is the imp that doesn't use up your turn next turn as well. And it's in an overall pretty good position for us. Top mentions Mega Boulder, which I think Quinn does actually run in this book, but Mega Boulder is not too scary because, you know, I've got 3 drainable minions, and I can summon more. Goes for the Vine Whip, interesting. And now all I got to do is I've got Blast from the Past, which she obviously hasn't seen yet. So, and now I can reveal, you know, I can summon out the additional Little Devil. Get pretty lucky. I get pretty lucky with the what's it called? With the Vine Whip not killing, but it is what it is. Let's go with the Arcane Bomb here. Hopefully the arrows actually connect. There we go. I mean, Imp Destruction is pretty good. As in, like, it's good against Quinn, and I think, you know, in some regards, I wouldn't just bring Imp Destruction because it feels kind of bad, but full Arcane, yeah, full Arcane feels pretty nice because you can go over the 7 minion cap, and if you play Monarchs and Trolls, it's actually quite ridiculous because you end up having such an early minion advantage. And I think and you can heal off it as well with Drain. So the weakness of full Arcane is that they don't have options to deal with people who rush you down, but with Monarchs and Drain you can do that fairly effectively. Goes to the side here, so I obviously go for the 3 damage in terms of Arcane Arrows, and I guess it's a matter of what I want to do now, right? So I'll probably end up having a few turns that I need to use to set up, which isn't a problem. I should try to get this Water Troll. Let's bring these Monarchs over. I can drop it down and put on her head or something just to be annoying. Hold on. And the most important thing this turn is to get all my Imps over on the same side as Quinn, and also because the reason why is because she's going to start using Nature's Wrath very soon. So I don't think I actually have time to do what I want to do, so I'll just hit myself, put the troll on here, drop it down, and I run out of time, so let's just go with Arcane Energizer. Because next turn I get a little devil back, and I can start charging my Imps really quickly, which is good. Sort of what we want to do. You can Wrath here. Wrath I don't really think does too much because Imps blow up so much of the map that it makes Wrath a little bit irrelevant. Yeah, there we go. I mean, I expected roughly for her to do that. So let's just put this troll here. And this thing might be a bit annoying if I can't get it down. That's not the greatest. But what we want to do is we want to start stacking these, ASAP. And you can get a double stack. So the most important thing, I guess, when you're stacking Imps with Aura, or Arcane Mist, I suppose, because you can't really stack Imps in any other situation, is you want to get like a double stack with the Aura, like you would with Aura of Decay, or... So I'm trying to get the double stack on the 18 one. See if we're able to 62. Okay, I didn't end up getting the double stack, which is fine. It's unfortunate. If I had a bit more time, I think I could have positioned it a little bit better, but yeah. Okay, now, there's a few options that I have here in terms of what to do, and I can charge up these Imps even more. It's just, do I actually need to do that? And I'm not sure. I don't know. Parik's saying, flashing down is a good idea. I'm not sure about that. As in, it is good. Like, what he's saying is good. It's just, would I rather flash down, or would I rather just, Arcane Arrows or something similar? Okay, let's just put this here. Because if I Arcane Arrows underneath the Wrath, it's going to get to her, eventually. So I think I just do this. Yeah. Now, is this book actually good? You know, if I didn't run into Quinn using this book, is it actually good? I don't know. I haven't tested it enough. I think it is. In my mind, I think it is. It might be even a little bit broken. But it is quite specific. Like, it's not so much that it's niche use as much as it's like it has a lot of potential, right? Let's just say that. So what I could do is I could honestly just use an imp and blow this up, and it probably creates terrain down to here. I don't want to be too wasteful with my imps. Let's sink this monarch, because this monarch isn't doing anything. We can play this slow, like Quinn doesn't really have any options here. So let's just sink this. And we can bring out additional imps as well. Now, yeah. So now we can really take it slow, because the reason why I wanted to do this is she might shift the Wrath up here, and it's very, very difficult to get back onto the other side. So I want to charge up, or at least move some imps on the right side as soon as possible. So, yeah. I mean, she's got a Sanctuary, and she needs to use Sanctuary, you know, sooner or later. This Monarch is good for, you know, for lifting things up and down. It's just a bit stuffed by Wrath at the moment. I was thinking of getting a baby dragon out to just charge it into a dragon, but maybe that's just overdoing it. Okay? So she summons Man Trap here, maybe for trains and whatnot. So what's really good here is I'm going to put this imp down here, and you know, maybe charge up 1 or 2 imps alongside with this. The other imps can go to the other side, and I need to leave here as well, because otherwise I'm going to die. Yep, so I'm going to go to this side. The explosion shouldn't be that big, it's just... Here we go. Yeah, the mist lasts 1 more turn, so I just put them there. Nice. It wasn't supposed to really bring the Wrath down, but I suppose it did. And it freed her, which I was not expecting, actually. But I don't think it matters, because she's still trapped in this left half. And yeah, I think Todd's right, you know, going up to this highest point is not a bad idea. Although, I think I could get fairly high up with the Monarch and Imp combination to be able to hit her. Like, this is not a safe spot. She can tree this Imp, which is probably the best move, but then I think I can walk more Imps down and just get to her anyway, so... Let's see what she does. Or she could tree this. Treeing this would actually be a good play. That is not the tree that you want to do. I think she was saving herself from Arcane Arrows or something similar. But I don't think that's the play that you want. Nice. So we do manage to get up here, and I don't know if this will kill, but it's got a pretty good shot of doing so. Let's move these imps over here. Yeah, there's a 240 imp here as well. We'll summon out another little devil. There we go. And that closes the game. So that's for Arcane. We get Master of Imps, which I have never gotten before. So that's a new achievement. Nice. But yeah, chat's blowing up, which is great. But yeah, we'll see. Okay. Well, I'll try to showcase some more full books and stuff as we get around to it. So yeah. Okay.